Take four.
They had Big Boy records, and Big Boy was tearing our ass up.
So why did you say that?
Because I think Chuck had more money than Baby. From so many, so I don't know, but this is what I'm thinking. And because we didn't have what they had. They had limos, they had all kind of stuff.
Like the earlier days.
Earlier days, they had all kind of stuff that we didn't have, and then it was really popping. They had Mystical, they had the Ghetto Twins, they had Partners in Crime. They was eating our ass up. Then PNC came out and dissed us, this me, Baby, all of us back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So they was really popping, but I think they was popping because of your boy Chuck had a lot of connects, and I don't think he was from New Orleans. He was from California. So when he turned out, you ain't never hear about the big boy pool parties? Like Freaknik, from what I hear.
So like, you know, even like that early, like Disney days, you was actually on the hooks of some of those songs. Like, I just paid attention to one of the songs.
What?
Because somebody threw a shot at somebody in a wheelchair. So like, you know what I'm talking about? It was a wheelchair song.
What I say?
Like, niggas in wheelchairs.
Niggas in wheelchairs, half dead as it is.
So how did that song come about?
Alright, let me tell you something. BG told me he had a hook and he wanted me to sing it. That's all I did.
You didn't even come up with it.
No, the one I came up with was niggas, they coming to get ya. You better watch your baby before they motherfucking split your niggas. I came up with that one. But the wheelchair, cause keep in mind, I was like 16 at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what he was talking about. Until I got old, I said, this motherfucker said niggas in wheelchairs half dead as it is. They dead at the bottom.
Yeah.
Cause they have, you hear that?
It just caught on to me.
Yeah.
When somebody threw a shot at somebody in a wheelchair, I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, I heard the song.
And you didn't know it was me?
I knew it was you. It just dawned on me actually what you was saying on the song. I listened to him rap, and I'm like, oh wait, that's a real shot.
I don't know who they was talking about. I know at the time we had like a lot of beef with Partners in Crime.
Right.
And I remember BG and them dissing Partners in Crime at the time.
Well, to the city, looking like a big boy Cash Money thing because a
It
lot
was.
of people it was like I just interviewed Lil Yah, and he was like, if the beef with Mystical was actually fake, but it was real with Partners in Crimes.
I thought the Mystical.
So I want to ask you how it was for you being a lady of Cash Money in the streets of New Orleans, while the city think y'all at war with Big Boy Records.
Well, we kind of was, cause they was really throwing shots, especially that Mr. Cole user hole from that three. How that yacht line? How the fuck that was not a?
He said it on Vlad, and he said it on here. He say, and we say like Mystical was more a plan, but Partners in Crime was real, cause like they grew up with Mystical, so they kind of like
Yeah, they say they went to school with him and he used to be a cheerleader.
Right.
Like that shit was real.
Right.
So I don't know how I felt.
Like how you felt and like how it was for you going through the city of New Orleans while everybody think if your label mates and everyone was.
Well, they really was beefing, because I really was beefing with Cheeky.
It was a real friend.
That was real beef. That wasn't no
And so how did y'all beef start? You and Cheeky Blakk?
Well, what happened was they said Cheeky Blakk was at the somebody called Baby, and they said she's at the, remember the lower state? She at the lower state saying everybody said fuck Miss T, fuck Miss T. And at this time Cheeky Blakk was way hotter than me, because I had just came out with an album called Having Things. So I wasn't as popular as her doing a twerk something and all that she had. So she just kept dissing me. And it was like, you gotta diss her. And I wrote my song. Cheesy what? Cheesy who? You can't stop me. And I wrote my song. Fuck.
So how many years it took for y'all both to actually, call that beef off? Like,
As adults.
Yeah.
As adults. You get older, you get wiser, you get mature, and you be like, that shit was stupid.
But it was kind of crazy because like y'all were actually friends way before that.
Well, we was friends, but Cheeky really wasn't my friend.
Okay.
We was friends. You know how you hanging with somebody, you cool with your family, my family then purple. Okay. Okay, so you know what I thought the beef was? Can I say this, Quee? I thought the beef was about Pimp Daddy. Because it's all out in the public. It is. I thought the beef was about Pimp Daddy because she had relations with him. I didn't. But they had a big rumor saying I was pregnant for him. I got this in my book. My book, I Am Stronger and Wiser Now, y'all. Y'all got to go get it on Amazon. But anyway, that's what I thought it was about, because my baby daddy, Dolomite, went up to Pimp Daddy and was asking him, did we ever had something going on?
He finna play.
Because the rumor was so big, but it was like Ja Rule. On a local level, it was like Ja Rule and Ashanti. Like, everybody thought Ja Rule and Ashanti was fucking, but she was fucking Irv. It always be like that. It's a whole nother nigga. Yeah, it was a whole nother nigga, but they thought I was messing with Pimp Daddy, and I never did. I don't never lie about my dating life, you know?
Right.
But that's what I thought it's about. She might say something different, but I think she said something like we was batting over the Queen of the South. But I wasn't.
Right. So basically, you know, you thought like it was over a dude.
I thought it was over Pimp Daddy, but I never, because I remember one time she called me asking me that I'm going to when he passed away, I'm going to the funeral, and I was like, no, because everybody was thinking I was pregnant for him.
So actually, before we get off this beefing and all this, so I gotta ask this question.
What?
Like, what was the craziest moment to you during that time of, you know, the Cash Money Big Boy beef?
Man, I can't say it. Well, let me tell you the craziest beef that I had when I was beefing with Cheeky Blakk. They had two girls in the audience, like they was gonna try to jump me. Right? So remember I told you earlier the protection I get from my brother? My brother with both of them hoes ass. He didn't even... Quit! He didn't even let them... Baby start respecting my brother. Baby love Bookie. Look. He was like, what the fuck? He said he whooped both. I said, I know. And I was young because I didn't know, but when they kept saying when I got off the stage, they was going to jump me. And he heard them. And he was like, I'm going to fuck them bitches up. And he fucked them up.
Hey, but long live your brother.
I know. But that's crazy. But the beef with I used to be trying to stay out that, the midst of that, because I was a young girl. But it was kind of crazy, like, because it was fights and stuff like that. Somebody got snuck. It was a lot. I wish I could say it, but it was a lot. It was a lot.